Hey guys, Broman254 here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. So, in the last video that we did on this game, we played the Trust side story with Monica and Sayori, and it was very, very cool. And now I am going to play the second side story, which I'm pretty sure the new character that was at the end of the first side story is Yuri, because there's like a Yuri chibi in the picture of the shit. So my guess is gonna be Yuri, but other than that, let's get right into the side story. All right. Yeah, this is where we left off. Okay, the club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. Who? A face that seems familiar. Who could it be? Hey, yo, what's good? What's good, Yuri? I'm still not gonna forgive you for all that you did to me back in Act 2 of DDLC. I'm not gonna forget about that, okay? I'm not gonna forget about you wanting to peel my skin open and crawl inside of me and stabbing yourself like that, but okay, let's just move on. I'm not gonna forget about that though. Dot 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 dot. Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She very suspiciously mouse conspicuously mouse to Monica. It's her, the girl. It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems she found her way to the club.
Are you here for the literature club by any chance?
Am I in the wrong place?
No, you're not. This is a literature club. Please come inside.
The girl fully steps in the door but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail containing her excitement. It's happening. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. I'm Monica, and this is Sayori, and we won the literature club. Even though it's just us so far, but... What's your name, by the way?
I'd like to join your club. Already?
Wait, really? Are you serious?
I mean, I should be good enough.
Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough.
Oh.
Do you want to have the seat? We'd love to get to know you.
The girl now is sliding over to me in the nearby desk and gently sitting down. Oh, by the way, I haven't played this game in a long-ass time. Last time I played this game was like, before I went on my vacation to like Washington, like I told you I was gonna do. So like the last time I played the game was before I went on my vacation, bro. So, and I'm like recording this a long time after, or like a couple weeks after. So it's been a while since I played this game. So, what's your name? Yuri. I'm Sayori, and this is Monica.
Sayori, I already.
Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? Dot dot dot. Like books? Dot dot dot. Yuri looks at Monica.
Fantasy is cool.
Yes. Have you heard of Annabelle DuPont? Who?
I can't say I have.
Oh well. She's my favorite author. Did she write that funny book where like people's limbs were like getting shit on or whatever that you mentioned? I'm on her 5th book and it's just... Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. I feel like the book she's talking about is the book that was in the main game that like had like the shit about like the limbs and stuff and just really gross things in it. My guess is that's what she's talking about, maybe. You can borrow my books, I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help. I'd love to. Sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great. I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you.
Oh, fuck.
You probably only need to bring one for now. Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerate heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on their desk. True. Okay, I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits the clubroom in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayori silently exchanging glances.
Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have like no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid, but that's probably like a joke compared to what she's into.
I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from one another.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that?
Monica, don't you think you should be a little more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you?
Yeah, guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? It's kind of scary you can point things out like that, Sayori.
I just like learning what makes people happy or sad.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and you just focus on spending time with her.
Yay, that's exactly what I want to do. This cap. Besides, Sayori lowers her voice. What happened? I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. What? She taps her finger against a dauntingly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Why is she sweating? There's sweat on her, bruh. Did she ever sweat in the main game, or is that like a new thing? I don't know. Her breath is slightly heavy, combined with her short time gone, indicates she must have... I don't want to assume anything, but did she cut herself? Okay, I don't want to assume anything bad because this is supposed to be wholesome. But she either actually ran, and that's why she's sweating, or she cut herself. I really hope she ran and she didn't cut herself. I don't want this to be scary. She makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down on the desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about as equal in size to the one already on the desk. Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. What? There are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. No. Sayori nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit. You know, I think like, if we're gonna be reading together, then I would like that. From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking. Oh. Okay. Yuri sits down and looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide you wanted to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault since I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because she... Yuri glances over at Monica. Monica? Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk. Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens and shakes her head at herself. I was so stupid. I got too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was, but I decided that was probably irrational.
Wait. No, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just like walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by.
Yuri exhales in relief. I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too, such as there being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. Aw, that makes me so happy. I'm proud of you for working up for the courage I can't fucking read. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things except online.
So I thought the leisure club would provide time for me to do that.
But I'm like recording this at like 7:30 at night or some shit like that, so. And plus, you know, since I have to go back to school, I wake up at like 6, 7 in the morning, so I've been up for a while. So that's why I'm like yawning a lot. What kinds of other things are you into? Like genres? I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature. I'm into cutting myself. Just things you would think are dumb. Like cutting yourself, huh? Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face. How about I'll tell you about something I'm into, and then you can tell me something about it you're into. Suppose that would be okay. Okay. Well, I'm pretty into, like, killing myself. Suicide. Like, making cute little collages or decorating things like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends. But then I put it off to the last minute. So yeah, that's something kind of silly that I'm into. You sound quite creative. Not that much, it's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. So, I have to share something I'm into now, right? So you're not, well, I guess I'm into cutting myself. Nature. Yeah. I love nature. Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club.
No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now.
I don't know why, but that's kind of ominous. Okay, that was definitely very intentional. No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now. That was definitely intentional by Dan Salvata to do that. Cause you know, like what the literature club did in the second act was pretty funny. Am not. Yes, you are.
Oh yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club. Whoa, let's go. There, now you're stuck with me.
Hey, don't give me responsibility. What the fuck, dude? Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm sorry, Sayori. I interrupted you. Or Yuri, I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off. I like going out into the woods or to the park. Just places where you can walk and sit and not have any people around. It's peaceful. Just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while. When do you like to do that? It just depends whenever I cut myself. Alright, I need to shut up, dude. I need to shut up and just read this shit. It just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it.
Wow. I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that.
I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do, if you don't let it slip through your fingers. The three continue the conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more.
Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So, are you two going to be starting on that book next club meeting?
That's the plan. I'm so excited. Sayori beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori Monica with a gentle smile. Bye! As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the club room.
Sayori, you are a lifesaver.
I didn't do anything. I kinda just talked.
Still.
Besides, it really lifted my mood. It feels really nice when I can put my energy toward other people like that. He was really excited at being included, you know? It made me happy.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that you'll have a great time here with you engaging her. Oh, fuck me! How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting?
Kinda scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great.
I think you'll do great, huh?
After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Bye-bye. Next day. Was good. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to find only Sayori in the club room. What's good? It's club time again. Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Ooh, they're about to have lesbian sex. Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Huh? Sayori tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri's talking about. Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books, and now you had to stop me so we could talk first. She does that. Doesn't she do that in the main game as well? Like, she gets overly excited when talking about her books or whatever. or like she goes on rants. I'm pretty sure. I kind of forgot since it's been like 2 weeks since I last played this game, or at least played the main game. It was so inconsiderate of me. I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so... Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong, you fucking dumbass. I thought it was cute how excited you were. Oh, yeah. Dot dot dot. Well, still. I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it. Huh? Why? 'Cause I know that you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested. But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me. That's not what I was doing. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them. Pause. Well, the thing is, we don't even have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff, mostly. So, it just sounded like something fun that we could do together, reading your books. You know, like, as a club activity. That'd be alright. Right? Dot dot dot. Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I could do to help you to feel more comfortable. Sayori pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book. Dusk Bell. Okay, so it's not the funny book with the limb shit that she was talking about. Part 1 of the Everlast Saga. It's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Dot dot dot. Sorry, I'm ready now. Oh, right, I should probably get some paper. Why, Ka? Why do you need one? Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. Wait, how come you need paper? Is she gonna write notes on it like a weirdo? It's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees. Just for bro, this isn't class, bro. You don't need to take notes, Ka. Just read the damn book. Notes? I mean, yes, that's an effective strategy. Exactly. I'm sure it'll be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. But thinking about it, she decided it's probably the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help to make it as accessible as possible. I trust you. Like, you're super smart. Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't have the smile of like, blush. You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. Oh, fuck my butt cheeks, bro. That should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you. Oh, that was fucking... She's trying to seduce her. No! Sayori rubs... Oh! Bro, I'm actually getting a hard on right now. Ain't no way, bot. Ain't no fucking way. Sayori rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy. She's coming to her lesbian ways. Anyway, would you like to get started? Okay. After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their playing club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world their story takes in place. Sorry. The more of it she details the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do. What kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff. The things I write are just like putting down the feelings that come to my head, you know? But this is like, there must have been so much planning and hard work. You're into poetry? No shit, we're in the fucking literature club, dumbass. I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way! Ha ha ha. Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we can get started reading now if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. That's alright. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see. Sayori jots. Yuri is patient. Into her notes. Hey, that's for the book. Hahaha, I'm just kidding. But I'm kinda glad you're patient because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. What do you mean by that? Sayori flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents. Okay, Capítulo 1. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence only lasts for a moment before Sayori speaks up again. What does vindicated mean? She's a dumbass. Actually, I don't know what that means either. Well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. Sayori turns the page. Are these footnotes? A lot of dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood. The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions had been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned. The turntables. Wait, are they talking about the past right now, or the present? Where? Right here. Right here. Talk about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnas is having. But they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Sayori rubs her temples. The two of them continue, with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often and even adding to them. But a reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. Alright. At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now. Okay. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far. So, what are your thoughts up to this point? Sayori tries to find words. Am I doing well so far? I'm not sure I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. Haha. But I really like how into it you get. It makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best so I can see it the way that you do. ... The relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can continue tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses and shakes her head. We can do something else tomorrow. But, I'm sorry. For what, bitch? Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. Bro, shut your bitch ass up, bruh. Let us read the book, bruh. You dumbass. I'm sorry that I made you. ... Yuri leaves. You weren't making me. Yuri is left alone with her words. How did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. Should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Monica trusted me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back? Drowned in guilt, Sayori stares blankly at her desk spread with notes. The book sits next to them. Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here. Right? Unless she forgot to take it with her. Ugh, this is horrible. Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough. But probably let her down so much by having trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her. That's the end of the side story, isn't it? Yeah. End of the side story and the new picture. Oh. Wow. Complete side story, understanding 1. So yeah, that's it. And then there's a new soundtrack apparently, but I don't know if I really care about the soundtracks. So yeah, let's move on to part 2, I guess. Alright, part 2, boys. For the first time, Sayori is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy. But my best was not good enough. But it was still my best. But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a Nah, don't say that, bro. Sayori continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Pause. ... Minutes pass and nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monica. Damn. Oh. Hey, what's good, Monica?
Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those other students with their work?
I'm you're fucking stupid.
I'm such a pushover sometimes. I'm gonna leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there.
Monica rounds the corner approaching the club room. And she does so.
Yuri?
Was she cutting herself? You better not be cutting yourself. Ah! Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. She's sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. Okay, so she wasn't cutting herself. Good.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry I'm so late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room's open.
It's not... Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away. Actually, I was just wondering if I could help you today instead.
Huh? Me? Well, publicity stuff?
Yes. Monica's utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did they not get along after all? Monica looks into the club room and sees Sayori sitting alone inside.
Oh, okay. It's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along.
Me too. Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. So you're just gonna leave her sitting there? It's a little ironic she realizes that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club.
Okay, let's take a walk together. I'll just have to make copies of this new flyer and go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones.
Yuri nods and the two set off. Wait, so are they just leaving? So they just left Sayori in the club room. The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation.
So, how's everything been going?
Fine.
That's good.
Neither of them following up with anything more. Monica tenses up a distinct convo. The heck does Sayori do it?
Sorry. I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers.
Sayori told me.
What did you two end up doing yesterday?
Just some reading.
Oh, I'm glad. It's really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah. It's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you were into. But you know, it's kind of stupid of me because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests as me. But it's so cool that you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that, Carl.
She's not into it.
Huh?
She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing it onto her. I don't know if you're right or wrong, so I'm gonna say no. You're wrong, cuh. Yuri falls silent again, as if she started their thought, but can't figure out how to continue it.
Did something happen?
Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. Yuri pauses. I'm thinking. Pause. A moment passes in silence, then Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome, cuh.
If it's not important to that, then you can tell me anything.
Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. So, I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it. Monica pauses and thinks. Pause.
Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people join this club. Hopefully, anyway. And learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone could be happy with.
That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people?
Of course, dumbass. I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be?
I see. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. The fuck what does pragmatic mean? Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. Pause. I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to. I guess I connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic? I could just talk for hours about the things that I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I have no idea what to say. I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into that third category.
What? Hold on, you're saying that Sayori's taking pity on you?
Yuri nods. I just want to be treated like a normal person.
Well, I mean, you cut yourself and you're like a fucking yandere and you would literally kill yourself to be with someone, but yeah, you're a normal person.
If you don't like me or you don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because you're pretty so weirdo doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling, and I hate it.
Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the convo, the two stopped short in the hallway. I did not read that. Over their original task, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Okay, Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down, with her fists clenched, like my butt cheeks. I think you should tell her that.
I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic.
Sayori's different, huh? Making people happy is the most important thing to her, bruh. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So, if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen.
Fuck. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? I'm sorry. I'm making myself sound so fucking selfish.
No. I think I'm starting to understand.
Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. That's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better.
Sayori. Or Sayori wants to be your friend, I promise that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together. I can be what they need for a day, huh?
God, I hate yawning. Yawning is the worst thing of all time.
You just have to have good communication. Talk about it.
I don't have good communication. Yuri stops and shakes her head. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. My head is just, it's so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it. Yuri pauses to think. Pause. I'm so tired of the cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session. But I understand now that I just need to communicate with her.
Ha 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 ha. You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah.
Fuck! Whoa! Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. Pause.
This kind of crucial, or fuck.
This kind of crucial thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So, gracias, amigo.
Anytime.
Monica smiles at Yuri. For just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning a shy, sexy smile of her own. Imagine if it ended right there. That's what I thought. Yuri and Monica finished replacing the old flowers with the new ones. More accurately, Monica mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the classroom once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can't do this.
Yes, you can. It'll be great.
Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never gonna feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri starts towards the door, but then turns to face Monica. You're not just gonna wait outside, are you?
I could take a walk. Want me to get you a coffee or something?
Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although, I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club, rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess it has nothing to do with this.
You know, now that you mention it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. You could use like an electric kettle to heat up water, right?
Would that really be possible?
I'll look into it. I think it'd be great.
Yuri smiles and I am retarded. And nods at the thought.
Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck, huh?
Monica waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the door of the club room car. What's about to happen? Yuri? Wait, hold on, I'm not done yet. Done what? Sayori shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayori's been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first, but I got most of the way through it. And look! Yuri holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes, beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression is just from anxiety to despair. Right? Why despair, cuh? I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard. Stop. Yuri presses her fist against her forehead. Please stop. I can't take this. Yuri? Sayori's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. I'm sorry. Sayori looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand. So if I did something, please tell me. Sayori shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's alright. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought if we did something together that you really like. I don't want your pity. ... Why did I do that? Do what, cuh? Yuri sinks to her knees. Her voice squeaks. I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard to just articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from me? Who's saying this, bruh? Fucking narrator, bro? Being negative as fuck. Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori and the rest of the world. Are we gonna get one of those, like, one of those funny pictures just like I did with Yuri and Monica? Probably. She should leave, just escape from here, before Monica sees her like this, and before Sayori tells Monica what she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her life, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind. Oh, I just got a hard on. Oh my goodness. Damn, Yuri's fucking crying, bro. It's okay. Sayori whispers in a soothing voice. It's okay. 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 I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself. I understand. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. I promise, I understand that. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings and we'll talk about them together, alright? Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts and speaks while steadying her voice. Pause. I think that I've gotten so used to people just being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. It makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. Pause. I got so excited when I joined the club. I thought that was finally my chance to make friends through my interests. Because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. Pause. That's all. Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having got them out. Sayori, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall beneath her arms, realizes that as well. Pause. Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading, so I'll help you with the things that you need too. But I feel like it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes. That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid you would get frustrated with me. But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience. Yeah, I know, but my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Pause. Yeah. Irrational fears. Pause. Well, you know, there's no way that you could frustrate me because I already like you as the person that you are. I know you said you have a hard time believing that, but I promise that it is true. ... You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about other people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests. Like, about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise that's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? I want to learn the reason that you love it so much. As in the in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart, and I want that to rub off on me. Haha. Yuri fights back a smile at that comment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding you seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms. Pause. Your hair is so pretty. Hey, yo! Now she flirting with Yuri now, bro. That was kind of out of nowhere, Sayori. I'm gonna be honest, that was out of nowhere. You were talking all deep about this shit, about like how you're not weird and like all this deep shit, and then just the next thing you say is your hair is so pretty, bruh. I hope we get a lesbian sex scene. That would be pretty cool. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off. Pause. Yuri's tension relaxes. She stopped crying. Let's fucking go. For once, she feels okay just listening rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. So Yuri, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed about other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Wow. Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading. That's what I wanted to hear. But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended. Of course. I'm not gonna judge anything this early on, though, so we'll just see what happens. Oh, and, it's not good to touch people without their consent first. Nah, it's fine. It's fine when Sayori touches you, because it's hot. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Oh no, you didn't. I actually enjoyed it. I was about to fucking cream from it. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice and hot. I was just saying.
I'm back.
Monica is back. I haven't seen you like at all recently. Sayori trots over to Monica. She whispers loudly.
Can I hug you? Oh, sure, Sayori.
Sorry. Sayori wraps her arms around Monica.
Oh yeah. Yuri, it might be good to know. Sayori can be kind of a hug monster.
Uh, hey. Hey, don't call me a monster, bitch! You're a monster! Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster. Ha 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 ha. Yuri laughs. Monica perplexedly looks between the two of them and smiles. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying
your beanie so far, Ka.
Did I skip something? No. I'm good. It's like our first real activity is the literature club. About that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interest. I think that would be inconsiderate of me to not return the favor to you.
Hello, about the things that you like, Ka.
Yes. Do you like poetry? Pause. Yuri smiles. Is that it? Bruh, that was the most fucking abrupt ending of all time, bro. I swear to God. What is this? Finish side story understanding too. That's a nice drawing. That's a nice drawing. I fuck with it. Very cool. Oh, look at this poem, bro. Look at these very cool poems. But yeah, yeah. Here's the photo. Which one do I fuck with harder? Do I like this one, or do I like this one? I may just put this one on because like I just got it and it's a cool picture. But I kind of feel like this picture is like. I like it's better in the way that it's better as a wallpaper because it's like I feel like it's just better as a wallpaper, but I'll put this on because you know it's some good fucking art and I just got it, so I'll put this on for the moment. I feel like this is actually a pretty good wallpaper as well, the Just Monica wallpaper, but I don't want to be reminded about the main. Oh, this is also pretty good, hot moment, but yeah, I'll just set that, I guess. So. Something new in the music shit. I don't really care. Or, like, I do, but not really, so yeah. Okay, so that's gonna do it for this episode on Dokey Club with literature in it. Plus. So, that side story was pretty cool. It wasn't, I guess, as emotional. I don't know if that's how I would call it, but it wasn't as, like, or like it was still good, but I personally like Trust a bit more because it was like, I guess, a bit more dark. I don't know if that's a good explanation, but because there was like a bit more of the like darker themes and it was a bit more solemn in it and like, you know, stuff like that, and I feel like it was like a lot more like heartwarming in that one. But I'm not saying that this side story was bad at all because this side story was very good. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say other than that. I really enjoy the side story. Can't wait to keep on playing the rest of them. The next one's probably going to have Natsuki in it, Best Girl Natsuki. So that's probably the one I'm the most excited to play because I love me some Natsuki content. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want, comment down below what you guys want to see on the channel.
And I'll see you guys
in the next video. Actually, one more thing I want to say is that I'm only going to be uploading on weekends now. Maybe randomly here and there I'll upload just randomly on a weekday. But for the most part, I'm only going to be uploading on weekends because school exists. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Peace out.